Okay, page 104, Prelude in C minor. Now, previous page, they're covering more about C minor, the key of C minor, and the primary chords. It's important you know those chords in C minor. The primary, the 1, the 4, that's cool, 5, 7, and the 1. It'll help you a lot if you can, both hands, learn the chords, primaries. Now let's talk about this thing. What do we got going on? Well, the right hand has eighth rest, eighth note. 1 and 2 and. Isn't this fun? All the way through it until the very end. Just different chords. 1 chord, 5, 7 chord. I know it's here, but sometimes instead of the B, they'll use the D, and that's what they've done here. It's still a 5-7 chord. 4 chord in the second line. 1, 5, 7, blah, blah, blah. Primary chords. The left hand gets all the fun. It's here, it starts out bass clef, and then immediately treble clef. So you're up here, this is 1 chord. Just finger it like a 1 chord, and it's slurred. You're gonna legato. And then you come back down. The 1 note is bass clef, B, and then back up. This 5-7 chord, sort of. And then bass clef. The first note, pretty much in these measures, is a bass clef note, and then the rest is treble clef. So your left hand is going nuts here. It's kind of fun. So you get to the bottom, and then it's bass clef all the way across on the bottom. Just follow their fingering, or the second ending. So when you put the 2 hands together, go slow, real careful, 1 and 2, and the rhythm shouldn't be a problem, I hope. It's getting the hands where you gotta go when you gotta go. It's the left hand. So anchor the right hand. You're pretty much in this area. So it's here. So it's connecting the left hand, but not the right hand. You gotta rest in there. The melody is the left hand. These eighth note things in the right hand are just harmony and rhythm. Got to keep them soft. And the tendency here, because you're thinking of the right hand is 1 and 1, tum, bum. You'll tend to play them loud because of it. So you have to focus, be careful here. Play them soft. So bring out the left hand. Pedal will help connect things, but do it with the hands first. You'll learn it without pedal first, obviously. Then we get down to the bottom, those rolled chords. Well, this is sort of a slow piece. It's not too, I mean, it's moderate. It's a leisurely moderate speed, whatever that is. But you're going to roll all 6 notes. And I play the bottom note on the beat. And then again, and I slow the rolls down. When it's a slower piece and there's a multi retard in the second ending, which means retardando a whole bunch, slow down a whole bunch, and when I do that especially, I slow the rolls down. And then for the last one, I can go even slower than that. And dial it. The first ending just has a polka retard. That is just a little slow down. Because when you go back to the top, you got to resume your speed again. And as far as the dynamics go, it applies to the left hand. It starts out sort of soft. You stay there until the second measure or the second line. Now you're very soft. That makes this right hand super soft. You're staying there, and then in the first ending, you got that swell. You figure out what the high point of the swell, the loudest part of the swell is, and that's where you're headed. So it's here, here. That's where I'm going. I'm starting out very soft, and then I'm going to. It doesn't say how loud to get. You have to feel it. I go up to about a medium loud. It even has an accent on it. I don't need an accent. back down, and then medium soft. In the second ending, you're very soft, and you're going to get even softer back down to very soft. I don't understand that. The second time you go through it, in the second line, on the last two measures, it says very soft. So you're here, very soft, and then you go and you do the second ending, and it says decrescendo down to very soft. So I'm questioning the editing here. We're going to have to adjust this slightly. I'm already very soft. I can't decrescendo to very soft. I have to come up. So I'm suggesting to you on the second time around, on this very soft thing, on the second line, you're here. Maybe you put in a little crescendo here. So you're preparing to come back down when you get to the second ending. And die away there. We'll have to make some adjustment, or we can't crescendo or decrescendo to a very soft. If we're already very soft, we got to go up a little bit. As far as the pedal goes, I have some suggestions. They're showing overlapping pedal. I would prefer to hear a break. In this case, it's a break between each measure, just a little bit. Because if I pedal it the way they're showing to pedal it, it's this. Solid sound all the way through. If I put a little break between each measure, I get this. You'll have to decide what you like better, and that's how you do it. But I like the break between them. However, it's not marked that way, so I'm going to go ahead and overlap pedaling the way they're saying it. At the bottom, at the last line, in the first ending, pedaling the first measure isn't bad. In the second measure, it's every beat. I'm going to play the note in the left hand and then change the pedal. And I would lift the pedal up at the end of this before I repeat, so I get a little bit of silence. They're saying no, overlap it. So they want silence, or they want sound all the way through this. There's no breaks in it at all. Oh, that's fine. I can do that if that's what they want. Then at the end, the second ending is here. You're going to get very slow, very soft, and then roll the last. I roll the last one pretty slowly, and then I'm going to let the sound die away a bit because it has a fermata, and then I'm going to lift the keys. I'm going to keep my hands down to lift the keys, and then slowly lift the pedal, and the sound just dies away. If you have an electronic piano, you can't do that. You have to go up and adjust the volume and make the sound go away, and then lift the pedal. You got to keep the pedal down through the whole thing and turn the volume down, and that makes the sound go away. Whatever you got to do to make it work. So this piece is, I don't know how fast it should go. It's just, you see at the beginning, there's a dotted curved line in the left hand. See that little thing? See, all these symbols mean something. Well, that is from the repeat from before. So the left hand, look at the first ending at the bottom and the second measure of it where you come down. That goes to the C. That completes it. That's what that little dotted line for. The editor is telling you feel that as a line. As all one line, and that's what that is about. So I don't know. now I'm going to really slow down and really get soft. And then roll it. And then roll it slowly. And listen to the sound. I'm going to lift the keys up. Keep the hands on the keys. And I'm going to slowly lift the pedal up. And the sound goes away, and if you're lucky, you don't get any buzzing or anything, because that means maybe your dampers, the felts are getting hard, and your technician needs to work on your dampers so they don't buzz the strings. And that's this piece.